Alright. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Mole Trap here. Unless Mole Trap is there. Maybe Mole Trap is everywhere. Perhaps we are all Mole Trap. But for now, let's just go ahead and go with Mole Trap here. I am Mole Trap, and I'm going to be casting game number 5 for you, ladies and gentlemen, of the third place match between XellOs and GoRush. This is the 2005 ever OSL. You know, I say that every time just to make sure, you know, if you're watching the games in a series, then you would know anyway. But sometimes, you know, this game might just get recommended to you. Or maybe you're not watching every single game in the OSL and you pick one up every once in a while and you want to know the context and stuff. That's fine. Sometimes I do get random views and comments on like old videos and stuff. It's kind of weird. One of the video I have that has had the most like longevity is actually a guide that I made on some basic principles of party management in Mount and Blade. Mount and Blade, which is a... Well, if you don't know Mount and Blade, it's a little much to explain it, but it's a fun game. I used to play a lot of it. I made a little guide, but anyway, somehow it got into like the Google algorithms such that like if you search for Mount and Blade, like my video is like one of the top videos. So I still get comments and views and stuff for this Mount and Blade video from like 8 years ago or something like that. It's kind of weird, kind of crazy, but it's interesting too. And it's kind of sucks though because like I wish you could like re-upload a video like to the same URL, like keep that spot in the Google algorithm, but just re-upload it like better because I had very little videography skills back in, you know, 10 years ago or 8 years ago, whenever it was I made it. So I'd love to remake it and like re-upload it, but it wouldn't do much good because then no one would see the new video. Anyway, enough about that. I guess my point was just thinking like, who knows? Maybe someone will tune into this video in 5 years and wonder what's going on and why they're watching it. So that's why, person in 5 years. That's why, person who is watching in the year 2026, watching a YouTube video from 2021 of a StarCraft game played in 2005. That'd be a weird situation. Anyway, well, you random viewer who has stumbled upon this game in the distant future, that is XellOs and GoRush right there. XellOs was in the black shirt, GoRush in the blue and white shirt, his SK Telecom 1 jersey, which is his team. And these two players are absolute freaking legends of the game of StarCraft. Two very, very accomplished players. And, you know, GoRush was probably less accomplished in his career in general, but went on to become a caster and just a person in the esports scene as well. So perhaps even more accomplished and legendary in that sense, in a way. So we got XellOs making a second barracks kind of hidden in the background, and a gas refinery here as well. And we've got SCVs pushing in here. The drones, there's only a few drones. Is he actually going to get this bunker down because he didn't pull quite as many drones this time? He must have Zerglings coming. I haven't been paying to... Ooh, 2 drones getting killed off very quickly. Now that's what XellOs was hoping would happen last game. That he would just kill off some drones very quickly. Yeah, here comes some Zerglings. Is the bunker going to complete? He needs to kill that SCV before the bunker completes. He doesn't get the SCV. The bunker does complete. And he's going to run by, though. This could end very quickly for either one, actually, because without a lot of reinforcements, even 4 Zerglings, I think 4 Zerglings snuck by. 4 Zerglings can actually do a lot of damage. At the very least, are they going to get the Marine? They aren't going to get the Marine. They are not going to get the Marine, but at the very least, they're going to keep XellOs back in his base. They're going to keep XellOs from adding more Marines to the ones that are inside that bunker. Actually, I think the bunker might be full, but now he can come in. He's going to try and surround that bunker. He's going to try and kill it before the hatchery dies, I think. No, he's going to let the hatchery die. Oh, he's going in with the Zerglings. He's going in. He's going to distract. The hatchery might live. He's not targeting the hatchery. The bunker goes down. The Marines are going to try and suicide onto the hatchery. Are they going to get it? Are they going to get it? Oh, the hatchery lives with like 30 hit points left. Oh my god, an epic defense by GoRush, going in at the absolute last possible moment. Now that hatchery is probably still going to die to the follow-up attack, but still, just an epic defense there by GoRush. Absolutely amazing. He's going to be able to save that hatchery. And it's interesting that he could have clicked on the hatchery and killed it while the bunker was dying, right? You can tell the bunker what to attack, can't you? I'm pretty sure you can. So I'm a little surprised they didn't do that, but it just, you know, XellOs was not paying attention to it, I guess, or something. And the AI switches to the attacking units when they come into view, and so they switched over to the Zerglings. The Zerglings soaked up enough damage that the hatchery didn't die. And once the bunker died, then he went after the hatchery to try and suicide it down, but he could have just kept attacking first, and would have been a lot better there. Wow, keeping the hatchery alive is huge. Now, here's the thing. GoRush needs to keep up his strength. GoRush needs to be really aggressive and strong in his defense now, because if he lets up for one moment, if he tries to cut a little bit of a corner, you know, he needs to be putting up more Sunkens right now, because if there's very little defenses, if there's only one Sunken, for example, all he has to do is stim a couple Marines past the Sunken and just kill the hatchery. And he does have a couple Sunken. He's got these Zerglings waiting in the wings, but there's only one Sunken finished. The other one is morphing, trying to bait those Firebats into the Sunken Fire as well. But yeah, if the defense folds once, then GoRush, I think, loses the game, because then he loses that hatchery, because it's going to be on low hit points forever, basically. Zerg Billings do heal, but very slowly. And so, you know, if his defense folds, there won't be coming back with Zerglings, a rally of Zerglings or something like that. He'll lose the hatchery and he'll lose the game. So this is a dire situation for GoRush. And wow. And again, XellOs is not looking to expand here. I think he knows that he has a bit of a pressure advantage here on to GoRush, and he's still continuing to add on Marines and Firebats and Medics. He's got a significant force there. GoRush is going for the Spire attack, and here he comes in. The stim goes in. The Firebats go in. He falls back the Firebats so that they're not getting attacked by the Sunkens, so that they can finish off the Zerglings, but the Zerglings fall back. The Firebats do go down. Now there's just Marines. Does he have enough Zerglings to go in there? He's got a few Medics left. There's so many Zerglings. The second line of Sunkens finishes too late, and they're all going to die. And it's a little bit too late. The Spire is probably finishing right now, but it's too late. The Spire is finished, but his defenses are already broken. And this is the timing, the Ehon timing, the timing attack by XellOs going in at the exact moment before GoRush had the Mutalisks. If he has Mutalisks and he sends in Mutalisks and Zerglings to defend along with the Sunken colonies, he wins. But instead he loses, and there's the GG. There's the GG, and XellOs takes that opportunity. He saw the opening. You know, GoRush, he just had just a little bit of an opening there. You know, between the parry of the sword and the block of the shield. And XellOs saw this one spot where he was vulnerable right between, and thrust his spear that he used to defeat the beast before, thrust it right into that opening and took GoRush out in game number 5 and was able to achieve victory. So XellOs takes the 3rd place spot in this Star League, and it's going to get that seed into the next Star League, and it's just going to get all of the fame and money that goes with the 3rd place spot as well. So GoRush looking disappointed, but you know, not super disappointed there at the end. Just kind of like, damn. But it was really clutch defense there of his hatchery that was really, really beautifully executed. And he kind of knew he had to play on the defense there, but XellOs did not let up. He did not let up enough for GoRush to be able to tech or get econ or anything like that, and even building 6 Sunken colonies was not quite enough. And they were a little bit late too. You know, maybe if those other 2 Sunken colonies, I believe 2 finished morphing during the battle, if I remember correctly. Let's see here. Yeah, we've got 3 morphing right now when he goes in. We've got three colonies morphing. So, you know, if these 3 colonies are finished morphing, You know, and again, he would have had to cut drones to do that, right? He would have had to cut drones in order to build those earlier, and his economy would be worse off. So it's the risk that he took was, I'm going to try and make sure that I can get enough economy out for the mid game, get my tech going, and in the process, he didn't quite have all of the sunken colonies up quite in time. And so instead of this whole army battling 6 sunken colonies, it's only battling 3 and then another 3 after that. And so I guess the 4th one pops partway through the battle, but at this point in time, it's a kind of already lost cause. The Zerglings have died, and the other 2 morph in a little bit later. So now it's versus 3 versus 4, and now versus 2, and soon it'll be versus 0. So GG. So that's going to be the 3rd place match finished up. XellOs takes it. A very nice series. Really, really cool series. Lots of fun games. We got the macro games in the beginning. We got some quick games at the end, but really well played by both players all around. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a spoiler because we do try to talk about StarCraft history here. And so a spoiler about where these 2 fellows' careers go. So if you don't want to know what happens to them, like in the next Star League or something like that, go ahead and shut it off right now, and we'll have the finals for you guys at some point in the future. Not sure how exactly it's going to work. I'm not sure if I'm going to do those as individual games or if I'm going to try and do them as a set again. It might depend on if I'm settled in somewhere where I can actually work on the videos. But anyway, so spoiler alert, this is kind of an interesting Star League because it really is kind of an end of an era in a way, because this is the last time that XellOs gets a major victory. He does do a WCG, I think, later on in the year or something like that. But this 3rd place finish for XellOs is the last major title he gets in a Star League, and then he doesn't really. So this is kind of like the end of his career. This is the finishing point of his career, and GoRush as well. This is the last time that he ever gets to this point. So the MSL that he won previous to this semifinal finish ends up being his last major title as well. So kind of the end of both these guys' careers that we're seeing in this Game 5. The end of the series, the end of the matchup, but also the end of an era and the end of 2 legends' impact on the game of StarCraft. So kind of bittersweet to see, but again, this was 16 years ago, so you can't be too sad. It's like it's like, don't spoil the ending of Titanic. Well, let me got news for you. Unfortunately, that happened a long time ago. Although again, we try not to spoil these old games because they are so old that people haven't watched them before. But kind of an interesting situation as well. So, and yeah, and I'll talk more about after the end of the finals. We'll talk about where July Zerg and Good Friends careers go as well. So, but this Star League is kind of the end of an era in many ways. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching, and hope you're all staying safe. And I'll talk to you again soon. And like I said, we're gonna have the finals coming up before too long. And I don't know what that's gonna look like yet at the time of this recording, but it'll look like something, and that'll be fun to watch. It's gonna be fantastic finals. I can feel it. All right, GG. Take care.